Having a strong and healthy core looks great, but it's way more than that. The muscles of your core, which include your hips and your abs, are the main stabilizer muscles in your body. They support healthy alignment of the spine, and they eliminate chronic hip and back pain. Hi, I'm David, and today's yoga flow contains the keys to unlocking a strong, resilient, and shapely core. Let's begin in a comfortable seat with a little bit of energy tapping. Energy tapping helps to wake up energy in the body from skin to muscles to the bones. So we begin by making a fist with the right hand and just start to tap on the left collarbone. And tapping over to the shoulder now, and then down the bicep, the top of the arm, just waking up every cell in the body with life, possibility, and energy. Turn the arm over, come up, and then we'll come up the other arm, the forearm and the bicep to the shoulder, that thing, and then across to the collarbone. And now cup your hands and start to cup on the ribs and your belly, your abs, waking up the core, getting it ready for some work today. The sides, around to the hips, and your back, your butt. Come around the thighs, the tops of the knees. Just get every square inch of the body. Tops of the feet, bottom of the feet. And now we're going to make two fists and start to drum on the chest. And close your eyes and hum. Go all the way across the chest. Start to make some weird noises. Be a little silly. Inhale, blink your eyes open, reach up to the sky. Cactus arms, open mouth, exhale. Sweep your hands behind your low back, draw the knuckles down and away, and dip your chin to your chest. Feel that beautiful stretch in the neck, across the collarbone. Just roll the head from side to side a couple times here. Big full breaths, loosening up all that tightness in the neck and the shoulders. And then release the hands, big breath, sweep the hands up to the sky, cactus the arms, open the mouth. Beautiful. Let's come to a seat. Extend both legs long on the mat. Keep the right leg long and bring the sole of the left foot inside that right thigh for Janu Shirshasana stretch. Root the sit bones. As you inhale, sweep the hands up to the sky. Great big breath. And as you exhale, fold over that extended right leg, making your spine nice and long. And go slow. When you feel resistance, slow or stop, breathe into it, and then little by little, just let yourself melt into your fullest expression. Take a little internal rotation of this right leg, turning the toes and the knees inward, feeling your right sit bones spread open on the mat. Couple breaths here, letting the hamstring, and the hips, and the low back just immerse in this goodness. Inhale, slowly rise. Bring the left hand to the mat behind you. Lift your hips and arc across the sky with the right fingertips. Reach in the opposite direction of the toes. Feel that stretch across the ribs and take some big swooping circles with that right hand. Reach. Opposite direction. Nice. As you exhale, slowly lower, and let's do the other side. Extend the left leg long. Sole of the right foot comes inside that left thigh. Big breath as you reach tall. And exhale, fold. Again, taking it slow. There's no rush here. Never any rush. If you feel rushed in yoga, that's your cue to slow down even more. Internal rotation of the left leg, turning the toes in just a little bit. The knee turns in and the left sit bone spreads open on the mat. And then melt into it. Take a few sweet moments here. Inhale, rise. Right hand comes to the mat behind you. Lift your hips, and that left hand reaches up and over. Really stretch from the toes through the fingertips. Feel it across the ribs, the armpit. And then some big swooping circles here to Mobilize the shoulder, opposite way. Nice. Slowly lower it down. Sweep your legs around behind you, and we'll find tabletop. And from tabletop, we curl the toes, lift the hips, and push right back to downward dog. Pedal your feet, couple pedals. Breathe. And as you bend one knee, draw the opposite heel down and feel that stretch along the back of the legs from the glutes all the way down to the heels. Coming to stillness. We're going to wave the body forward to plank pose. And then begin to dip the knees to the mat, but don't touch, and then sink your hips back to the heels, push the mat away from you, and lift the tailbone back to downward dog. A couple times like that, waving. These spinal waves are beautiful work for the spine. Waving forward to plank, dip the knees to a hover, sink the hips back to the heels, and lift the tailbone. A little bit more dynamic pace here. Wave it forward, dip it down, lift it up. Big breath in as you come forward to plank, dipping, sinking, and then lifting. One more time, big breath, plank, and this time we're going to hold. Hold in plank, breathe, and from plank pose, draw the navel in, and let's come down to the elbows and forearm for forearm plank. Nice. Now we're getting into some core work here, folks. This is so fantastic. The deep muscles of the core. The muscles that really support spinal health, they're working right now, getting stronger. Tilt the bowl of the pelvis up, lengthen the tailbone to the heels, and breathe. Push into the elbows and forearms. As you inhale, push back up to plank pose, and slow as you can, lower all the way down to your belly. Beautiful. Untuck the toes, cobra pose, slide the hands back, push into the heels, lift your heart, push your heart forward, and draw the shoulders back, open the upper back. Exhale, lower, and sink your hips to your heels, child's pose. Come forward, tabletop, curl the toes, lift the hips, downward dog. Bring your feet together. Inhale, take your right heel high to the sky. Extend and stretch through the heel. Big breath. Exhale, knee into chest. Keep squeezing the knee into your chest as you shift forward into plank pose. Push into the earth. Draw the knee strongly into your chest, and then step through between your hands. Low lunge. Wing your arms back and feel the energy of your heart emanating forward. Push into the ball of your left foot. Keeping that long, strong back leg, inhale, take your hands to the sky, crescent lunge. Let's settle in here for a moment, nice and deep bend in the front thigh. Big breath, reach up to the sky. Exhale, slowly twist open to the right. Reach the right hand back, make a long straight line from fingertip to fingertip, and keep twisting until the chest faces off the right side of the mat. Inhale, turn back to face the front, palms to the heart, and we glide forward into warrior three. Wing the arms back, lift your left heel, and dip your left hip so the hips and chest are facing the earth. Interlace your hands behind your low back, draw the knuckles to that lifted heel, and toppling tree. Let the upper body fall toward the earth, and let the left heel rise toward the sky, keeping your hips square. See how far you can dip down until the hands eventually come down to the mat for standing split. Nice work. From standing split, keep the hips level. Keep dipping that left hip. Exhale, draw the left knee into your chest. Inhale, take the left heel high to the sky. Exhale, knee into the chest. Good work. One more time. Big breath, left heel to the sky. Exhale, knee into the chest. And now from here, begin to bend the standing knee. Extend that left leg through and come to a seat facing the front of the mat. Awesome work. Feet together, hip flexor triangles. Okay, sit up nice and tall. Hands press into the mat on your sides. And then lift the left heel to a hover. Extend the left leg wide out to the side, and then lift that left leg up to the point of a triangle as high as you can and bring it back down to a hover, but don't touch. That's 1. We're going to do 5. All the way out to the side, all the way back up to the center, lift it high. That's 2. Out to the side, all the way up. That's 3, right? You're feeling it. Out to the side, up to the top of a triangle. Bring it back down to a hover. One more. I know you've got it in you. Out to the side and all the way up. Slowly come down. Beautiful. Shake it out. So these are fantastic for strengthening and shaping the muscles of the hips and the hip flexors, actually, the front muscle here. Okay, other side. Inhale as you hover the right heel. Take that leg out wide and bring it all the way back up to the center as high as you can. Come down to a hover. Out to the side. Take it up to the center. Lift, lift, lift. Hover for 2. Out to the side. Lift it up to the center. Hover for 3. 2 more. Stay with me. Out. Up to the top. Back down to a hover. Out. 1 more. And take it all the way up, shaking, and then slowly come down. Beautiful. Shake it out, shake it out, shake everything out. Okay, make your way to your back for a little activated leg lifts, core activated leg lifts, or pulse-ups, I like to call these. So, arms along your sides, take your legs straight up to the air, or straight up in the air rather, 90 degrees. Lower your legs 45 degrees. Now curl your nose up towards your toes, scrunching the core, scrunching the abs. Feel that. Reach toward the toes, and now we're going to pulse up for 10, 9, 8, 7. Feel that crunch in the core. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stay. Reach, 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 squeeze, and hug knees into the chest. Rock side to side. Awesome work. Rock yourself back up to a seat. See, you do not need to do 100 sit-ups here. Just a little bit of activation like this every day. You'll be amazed at the results. Sweep your legs around behind you. Come to tabletop. And now a little hip activation. As you inhale, take your right hand forward and your left toes straight back. Create a long straight line, and then slowly sweep that right hand out to the right and the left leg out to the left. Push into your left hand. Lift your left hip and hold for 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back to a long straight line and float the knee and the hand down. Beautiful work. Other side. Inhale, left hand, right toes, straight line, reach, reach, reach. Slowly take the leg to the right and the arm to the left. Hold, breathe, press into the right hand, and hold for 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back and float the hand and the knee down. Beautiful work. Curl the toes. Lift the hips, downward dog. Big breath in, open mouth, exhale. Let's do a few of those spinal waves again. So waving forward to plank pose, dip the knees, sink the hips to the heels, lift the tailbone, wave it up to plank or to downward dog. Couple more times like this. Move like you. Move in a way that feels expressive and joyful and free. If you want to add some other elements into this, get a little dancey and flowy, do it. One more time, we wave forward to plank pose, and let's hold plank, draw the navel in, and we come down to forearm plank. Forearm plank is one of my favorites, and I do it a lot because it's so darn effective. Draw the navel in, tilt the bowl of the pelvis up so the tailbone lengthens toward the heels, and then push into the elbows and forearms. Push so much that you feel your upper back dome a little bit, broaden a little bit. Keeping that strong core, press up to plank pose, and then slowly, slowly lower all the way down to your belly. Cobra pose, untuck the toes, slide the hands back, push into the heels of the hands, push the heart forward, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, lower it down, sink it back to child's pose. From child's pose, we come forward, tabletop, curl the toes, lift the hips, downward dog, feet together, and take your left heel up to the sky. Nice and high, really extend through the heel. As you exhale, draw the left knee into the chest. Keep squeezing it into the chest as you shift forward into plank pose. Squeeze the knee into the chest. Push into the earth. Then step through low lunge. Wing your arms back. Inhale, take your hands up to the sky. Settle in here, a nice deep bend in that front knee and a nice straight, strong back leg, your right leg. As you inhale, reach tall and exhale, a slow opening twist to the left. Hello there. Reach, breathe, extend. Keep twisting till the chest really is square to the left side of the mat. As you inhale, turn back to face the front, palms to the heart, and we glide forward, warrior 3. Lift the right heel, dip the right hip. Wing your arms back. Keep dipping that right hip as you interlace the hands behind your low back. If you fall over here, it's okay. You just come back. Draw the knuckles toward the lifted heels and toppling tree. Let the upper body fall toward the earth as the right heel lifts toward the sky. Moving slowly, keeping your hips square. How far can you go before the hands eventually come down into a standing split? Holding the hips level here, draw the knee into your chest, the right knee into your chest. Squeeze it in. Inhale, take the right heel to the sky. Exhale, squeeze the right knee into the chest. Inhale, right knee to the sky. One more time, knee into the chest, and now we begin to bend the left knee as we extend the right leg through, coming to a seat. Oh, look where we are. We're in the perfect position for some hip flexor triangles. Yay! All right, let's start with the right leg this time. Float the heel, take the leg out to the side, all the way up to the peak of a triangle. Float it down, but don't touch. Out to the side, up to the peak of a triangle. Floating, but don't touch. That's 2. Out, all the way up. Hover, that's 3. I know you're feeling it now. All the way up to the top. 4, and one more time. Out, and this time lift it as high as you possibly can and hold for 3, 2, 1. Float it down. Shake it out. Shake it out. You feel that in the front of the hip, your hip flexor? Good. That's where you should feel it. Okay. Other side. Hover the heel. Out to the side. Nice and wide. And nice and high. Hover. That's 1. Out. Up top. And hover. That's 2. Out. Up to the top. And hover for 3. Out. Really high for 4. You got one more. Out. And as high as you possibly can. Lift, 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 and hold for 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. I know your legs feel like 100 pounds, right? Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Okay, come to your back for a little pulse-ups, activated pulse-ups. Take your legs straight up in the air, 90 degrees. Point the toes and lower your legs 45 degrees. Curl your nose up toward the toes as much as you can, feeling that scrunch in the ab region here. Reach towards your toes and let's pulse it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. These little pulses are so great. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold, reach, breathe. Exhale, knees to chest. Rock side to side. And then rock forward and back, rocking up to a seat. Sweep your legs around behind you. Come to tabletop. And let's do some more hip activations because they're so fun. This time we'll start with the right arm forward and the left leg extend into a straight line and sweep that left leg to the left, the right arm to the right, push into the left hand and hold for 3, 2, keep lifting the left hip, 1, come back slowly to a straight line, float the hand and the knee down, and we'll do the other side. Left fingers, right toes, extend, sweep the arm to the left and the leg to the right. Really push into the right hand and really lift up onto the right hip for 3, 2, 1. We come back to center and float the knee
and the hand down. Woo, beautiful work. Let's sink back to child's pose, folks. Take a few moments here. Rest, slow it down, and sit back to your heels. Sweep your legs around in front and come to your back. Hug both knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice little sweet hug. Rock side to side. And then bringing your right foot down to the mat, keeping the right knee bent, place your left ankle on top of that right thigh for figure 4. Flex the left foot, and you can stay here if that feels like a good stretch, or draw the right knee in. Either interlace your hands behind the right hamstring or in front of the right shin for a little deeper stretch. Close your eyes and breathe. It's a beautiful stretch, the outside of the left hip, helping to melt any tension in there. Let your shoulders relax down to the mat. Let your low back and your sacrum relax down to the mat. A couple more breaths. As you feel more space open up, you can pull that right knee in a little closer, perhaps. And as you exhale, release, and we'll do the other side. Bring the left foot down and right ankle to the left thigh. Flex the right foot and draw that left knee in, or again, you can keep the left foot on the ground if that feels good for you. All we're going for is a little bit of a stretch, a little bit of a sensation. There's no need to push past that point of sensation. Close your eyes. Let yourself relax. Bring your awareness to your breath. Just feel the breath. Feel the breath rise and fall like ocean waves, rolling in, rolling out. One more big breath in. Exhale, release. Again, draw both knees into your chest, and then take your feet up in the air. Happy baby. Grab the outside edges of both feet. Pull the feet gently down so that the knees angle inward toward the armpits, and let your low back come to settle down on the mat. Little side-to-side rock here. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale, and release into Shavasana. begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, your wrists, and your ankles. As you inhale, reach your hands overhead and stretch. Great big stretch from your fingers to your toes. Breathe and draw knees into your chest. Roll to your right side and push yourself up slowly to a seat. Bring your arms, or your hands, rather, to your heart in prayer. Relax the shoulders. And we raise our thumb knuckles to the point between our brow and bow to one another in light and in love. Namaste. If that felt good and now you're ready for more of a cool down and a stretch, a little melting perhaps, then click the yin practice next to me and it'll do you good.